my dance, make it hurt.
Hello everyone and Madayaw! How is everyone? And I hope you enjoyed the first 4 chapters of my new story, Big Bad Wolf Meets His Big Beautiful Mate. Now the list of this will be up in my website/blog, which is maitaru.com. All right, so the list is there and it will be in a post and it will be all updated there. You can comment there, you can comment here, down below. I would really appreciate that. So thank you if you've already watched or listened to some of my readings. Sorry, there are some moments when you could hear my keyboards tapping because I was correcting something. This story is ongoing. It's well, I've written it already, but it just needs some tweak before I either publish it or send it to a publisher. I'm thinking to go a different route. I mean, most of my stories, I put them on Amazon. They're fine, they're great. I love Amazon. This time, I want to see how it feels like to be traditionally published. So I'm thinking to, I don't know, if a publisher would like this, I hope they would. And yeah, but anyway, so for those who are listening, you are technically my beta reader. I hope you guys react, give a thumbs up, give a thumbs down to the chapters you don't like or the chapters that you like, and maybe comment, tell me what you like, tell me what you didn't like. I would really appreciate that. So this is chapter 5, Oracles and Their Card. We go a little bit more on what Rose can do and what she actually does for the members of the pack or the people who are at the Wolves Resort and Casinos Manila. So I hope you enjoy this chapter because I enjoyed this chapter. This is one of my favorite chapters. Alrighty, thank you guys, and here's the story. Chapter 5, Big Bad Wolf Meets His Big Beautiful Mate. Chapter 5, Oracles and Their Cards. Rose came to the gym shower room only to see it was covered in clear rubber mats. She frowned. "Oh, hi, Miss Rose. Do you like it?" The gym attendant asked. She was refilling the liquid soap containers in the shower cubicle. "Mr. Gus said you slipped and hit your face. He felt bad and ordered the mats." "That was very thoughtful of him," Rose said. Now she can't use the slipping in the shower as an excuse anymore. The lady looked at her, waiting. Rose looked and waited for her to speak. Do you think you can do a reading for me? I'm not sure what your rates are." Rose smiled. "Don't worry, no charge. It'll be a quick 3-card spread." She nodded profusely and prepared the side table. The shower room of the gym was like a mini lounge. There was a couch, a side table, and all the amenities for bathing. It even had 2 steam cubicles. There were 5 gym attendants that worked in the shower room. They rotated, but all were friendly to Rose. She pulled the side table in front of the couch. Rose sat on one end of the couch while the attendant, June, sat on the other. Rose did a simple 3-card reveal for her. Rose wanted to open a small store with her new live-in partner. It was a sound venture if they kept at it at least 6 months and not take anything for themselves. After the 6th month, they will begin to reap the rewards. June thanked her and left to get some rest in her van. When she exited the shower room, she bumped into Caleb. "Busy night?" the vampire asked. He looked like he just finished showering too. "Not really." "Working late or working early?" Ha, I'm nocturnal, so it's like 3 p.m. to me. Rose laughed. I suppose it is. But didn't we meet at broad daylight? Their first encounter was brunch. Oh, haha, Caleb laughed. I'm a unique sort of vampire. Some of us can walk in daylight. Just get a bit of sunburn. I don't really need a lot of sleep. Time for a quick reading? Sure. She can't say no. He did give her a year's free gym time. Technically, the gym wasn't part of the plan. He was just nice enough to give it free. Let's go to Kopi Cup. It's usually quiet at this time. He gestured to the direction of the shops. Rose collected her bag from the locker and put on her mask and face shield and followed Caleb. The vampire was obsessed with cleanliness in his gym. All equipment was sanitized every hour. The Kopi Cup was a trendy coffee shop with specialty drinks. They also had special drinks for the supernatural set. Caleb ordered warm coffee plus blood. Stella was not yet used to that aspect of supernatural life. Werewolves ate like normal humans, albeit in abnormal quantities. Caleb ate right along with them. When he does, she forgets that he still needs blood. She ordered a ham sandwich and blue butterfly PT. What do you want to know? She had 6 custom decks with her. 5 were oracle cards and 1 tarot deck. For her to know which deck to use, she needed to know what the asker wanted to know. Staying here my destiny? It was a yes or no question. Yet she knew he would be following it up with more questions. She took out her tarot deck. She wasn't well versed in tarot as oracle cards, but this was instinctual. After shuffling, she put it in front of Caleb. Draw. 4 of Cups. Yes, but it might come naturally. Caleb frowned. What do you mean? 4 of Cups can signify feeling stagnated, being stuck, depression, or missed opportunity. Caleb shook his head. I'm not depressed or feeling stuck. It is pandemic. No, I feel great now that I have Stella. He took a sip of his drink. It's no secret the pack's moving to their next project. It's only the pandemic that's keeping you here. The ads have been circulating since last year. Australia was their next destination. He sighed. I'm beginning to like it here. His purchase of a house was an indicator. Then what are you really asking? If, and I mean if, we move to Australia, will Stella like it there? Nina? The kids? They'll all be coming with us. But I get this feeling that they aren't ready to move away from here. He frowned and looked at the dark liquid in his cup. But why? This place brought them so much pain. She was beginning to see a different picture now. Draw. 10 of Cups. Broken family, despair, and disharmony. Will it come to that? No. Cups means you'll get what you want, and it would naturally fall into place. 10 of Cups can also mean reunion, happy family and harmony. It might mean that even if the city brought them pain, it redeemed itself by bringing them love. She didn't know Nina or Stella's story, but she knew the men they loved them fiercely. If I decided to stay, will Marcus be all right? Draw. The lover card. Interesting. Caleb blushed. It's not like that. Rose giggled. It was her first time seeing the vampire blush so red. It's not. Really. I know. The lover card doesn't literally mean lover. It means partnership and values alignment. Many took the lover card literally. Caleb and Marcus were inseparable. They ate breakfast, lunch, and snack together. That said something. So what does that mean for Marcus and me? That you two are intertwined, and whatever you'll do, you'll end up being together. Figuratively speaking, of course. Of course. He sipped his coffee plus blood, ruminating on her reading. Rose smiled. Caleb was very much part of the pack. He and Marcus have formed a strong bond. Nothing can cut that bond. They finish each other's sentences, not to mention their sandwiches. Don't worry about Marcus. He might leave. You might leave. Just live your life and let fate handle the rest. As the card said, your fate seemed intertwined, and whatever happens, you two will end up right back together. How do you know? Your aura. There's a link. For some reason, their auras always linked. It linked in a different ways to the rest of the pack. A different one from mates, of course. Do I have to worry about Australia? Is that a question you really want to ask? Caleb was such an open book. Most of the pack were. They wore their hearts on their sleeves. The vampire had a hard time admitting his true feelings, but it showed in his face. Stella doesn't want to leave. She feels her relatives will steal her land while she's away. But I want to take her around the world. Show her places she's never seen. Places Marcus and I built. If we left for Australia, I want her to be part of that too. I'd ask you to draw, but I think I know what's about to happen. You do? She nodded. Let things happen naturally. Australia will happen when it happens, but not before anybody's ready. You drew 2 cup cards first. That on its own is a sign. Of what? Of things will naturally fall into place. Thanks. Now I don't suppose you want a second cup. It's in the cards. Caleb got some more drinks. Wolves employees in pack get 40% discount from Rose. That was part of her contract. The Urbane pack has taken advantage of that, but they made sure Rose didn't have a customer. They usually drop by late in the night or near closing time. Most patrons, the humans, opted to visit Rose between 3 in the afternoon to midnight. Rose had many types of services to offer. She can give personality reading based on horoscope. She can read aura. There were compatibility readings, relationships, business. She can even scan a person if there are surface and deep curses aimed towards them. She was surprised to see that her 2:30 appointment was Ryan Urbane. He came to a reading once before, but it was for a horoscope reading. Most of the pack asked for a horoscope reading or compatibility reading. Thought you might like a snack, he said as he entered her tent. Rose smelled the meaty aroma with hints of butter and spice. It was sweet of him to bring something over. Thanks. Prime roasted rib with garlic herb. I wanted to bring the dry-aged Angus, but they ran out. Some of the guys ate last night, he said. The brown paper bag he brought was big. Rose knew it was not just the packaging. The wolves really ate a lot, and they gifted food like they ate it. It was a sweet gesture. Please sit. They sat on the plush carpet facing each other. She waited for him to start. Most of the time, she let the client start the conversation to put them at ease. She'd wait, sometimes close to 10 minutes before they spoke. Ryan was nervous. He had something on his mind. He wouldn't ask for a full card reading if this was not important to him. Carefully, he took out the paper packaging from the bag and laid it out for Rose. It had 3 large ribs, but also had sidings. There was buttered corn, mashed potato and gravies, and blanched string beans. He also took out some bacon-flavored fries. Can you see in my future? Rose frowned. Just a general direction. How far in the future are you expecting? He shrugged. 2 years? 5 years? 10 years? Rose shuffled the oracle cards. It's not that she can see the future, but more see into the direction of their lives are heading. Her gift of seeing auras helped her determine that as well. She picked paved roads. She put another card, gold coins, and the final card, the sun. All business acumens. Is that good? Positive for business. Good business. Looks like wolves will survive this pandemic, but something tells me it's not what you want to hear. His expression was not delighted at what she revealed. Ryan was looking for something else. No, I like that we'll be successful. I mean, the success of wolves is the success of the Urbane pack. But what does Ryan Urbane feel that's successful to him? Ryan picked at the edges of the paper bag. I'm not looking for fame. But it's not fortune? No, some people didn't look for fortune. Like her, she only needed money to survive. But reading the cards made her feel happy, especially if she was able to help others. No, family is my fortune. Marcus took me from the Simeon pack. I'm not exactly like them. He meant his size. Rose knew he tried to pack on the pounds and worked his hardest in the gym. Ryan was really a lithe man. He didn't bulk up like most of the pack members. Is physical form important to you? Most of the Urbane pack werewolves and shifters were beefy men. Even Caleb bulked up. Ryan and Rick seemed to be the outliers. No, Marcus says it's not. I believe him. I've seen other alphas. It's not how big you are, but how you fight. Some of them, especially the females, they're cunning. Ryan went on to tell her about some of the alpha shifters they have encountered in business. He was rambling. What are you really asking? Sometimes direct questions were needed. Will I be alpha one day? There was a look of trepidation in Ryan's face. Rose took back the oracle cards and took out her tarot deck. She made a 3-card spread. Emperor, 4 of Wands, Ace of Pentacle. Is it me? Rose looked at the spread and frowned. Is someone in line to be alpha too? Emperor was the ultimate businessman. It was consistent with her oracle card reading. 4 of Wands means opportunity, but Wands also mean rivalry, especially in an even number. Ace of Pentacles states that you work hard and you get what you want. Marcus Jr. He has the makings of an alpha. There's no question about it. You can feel it. In werewolves, sometimes it's innate. One can be born with the makings of an alpha. It's called mantle of leadership. Some, like Marcus and myself, we didn't develop it until much later in life. You should be proud of yourself. If Marcus sees something in you, it means he has plans. He's training me. But what will my role be? Down 10, 20 years, even down 70 years when MJ will mature. Rose sighed. You won't be put aside. What will I be then? Usually alphas pass their mantle to their firstborn, especially if the firstborn is also an alpha. You don't have any chariots or knights. It means there's no bumps or any sacrificing on your or Marcus's part. She put the cards back in the deck. It's not in the cards, nor your aura. It seems you'll be destined for something greater. Marcus might have plans. You might have plans. Whatever those plans are, they will work together. You think I'd go and start my own business pack? Is that what you wish? I don't know. I really like this pack. Everyone is family. Then you shouldn't worry about it. It's rare to be born into a family that's this close and loving. It's a rarer thing to find a family where everyone works together to create something great. Blame that on Marcus. He's a teddy bear deep inside. His territorial pack wasn't as warm. I should say our old territorial pack. He had a vision, not just the business, but how he wanted everyone to be like a big puppy pile. A well-dressed puppy pile. Ha ha ha, yes, he loves suits. He does love suits. Ryan, your path is smooth, and that's rare. Don't worry, let things happen. How come it's not very clear? Can you see it with great clarity? She shook her head. Things aren't clear because all the players aren't in the board yet. The only thing clear is you. Your path is straight. It has everything to do with business, and for you, business and pack are one. When the players come, they might put hindrances in front of you, but you'll power through it. You're smart and good at what you do. Besides, aren't you young for a werewolf? He laughed. Yeah, I'm just 25. I'm even older than you? Yeah, Marcus already saw my potential at management early on. At 20, my alpha mantle kicked in. I don't know how he knew, but he was visiting family at that time. I wish he would bring me with him. I heard all about his successes and adventures. I tried to run away and reach him. My dad kicked my ass. Marcus saw me, fought for me, and took me with him. I'm forever grateful that I've seen and learned in the last 5 years that I've seen and learned back home. Rose smiled and absently nibbled on some fries. That must be great to have someone fight for you. That day, I thought he'd just leave and I'd never see him again. Don't worry, Ryan. Something tells me Marcus would never leave you, nor would he leave anyone in his pack. Is that in the cards? No, just a feeling I get. I believe you. Thank you. She realized these wolves had depth. Marcus was the glue that held everyone, including Caleb. She wished someone would fight like this for her. End of chapter 5. Hello, everyone, and thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Please follow me for more. You may check out my social media channels and my website. Here it is. The full list of chapters will be there. So until next time, till the next chapter, thank you, everyone.